The molecule is called spermidine. And before you react to the name, stay with me, because the science here is extraordinary. Spermidine is a naturally occurring polyamine. Your body makes it. Every major tissue depends on it. And its primary job is activating autophagy, your cell's master recycling and cleanup program. Think of autophagy as your cellular housekeeper. When it's running at full capacity, it hunts down broken proteins, malfunctioning mitochondria, and toxic cellular waste, and dismantles them for parts. When it slows down, the waste accumulates. Cells age faster. Tissues start to show it. Here is the critical data point. A landmark study published in Nature Cell Biology confirmed that spermidine levels decline measurably across 11 out of 14 major organ systems between age 30 and age 70. We are not talking about a subtle dip. We are talking about a structural deficit, and it is progressing in your body whether you know about it or not. So, what happens when this molecule drops out of your system? The short answer is, you lose your natural defense against biological aging. Without sufficient spermidine, autophagy stalls. Debris piles up. Normal cells turn into senescent or zombie cells, spewing inflammation into your bloodstream. Now, for years, science thought the only reliable way to trigger deep autophagy was through prolonged fasting, starving the body to force it to clean house. But spermidine is what biologists call a caloric restriction mimetic. It tricks your cells into thinking you are fasting even when you aren't. At a molecular level, spermidine inhibits an enzyme called EP300. When EP300 is shut down, the autophagy machinery wakes up and gets to work. The data backing this up is staggering. Let's look at the animal models first. When researchers added spermidine to the drinking water of mice, it extended their median lifespan by up to 25%. More importantly, the mice didn't just live longer, they stayed younger. They maintained better cardiovascular function, superior immune profiles, and their brains resisted neurodegeneration. But you aren't a mouse. Let's look at the human data. Enter the Bruneck Study, a massive 20-year observational study tracking human diets, blood markers, and mortality rates in Italy. The researchers divided participants into 3 groups based on their dietary spermidine intake. The results were undeniable. The group with the highest spermidine intake had a significantly lower risk of all-cause mortality. In fact, eating a spermidine-rich diet gave them an average survival advantage of roughly 5 years. Why? It comes down to 2 highly energy-demanding organs, your heart and your brain. In the brain, autophagy is critical for clearing out amyloid beta plaques and tau proteins, the very same junk proteins associated with cognitive decline and Alzheimer's. By keeping autophagy active, spermidine helps maintain neuronal plasticity. It keeps your brain's communication highways clear of traffic jams. In the cardiovascular system, spermidine improves the elasticity of your arteries. It stimulates the production of nitric oxide, which keeps your blood pressure in check. It also directly protects cardiomyocytes, your heart muscle cells, preventing the stiffening of the heart wall that typically ruins cardiovascular health as we age. So, how do we fix the deficit? How do we get our levels back to where they were in our 20s? You have 2 options: diet and supplementation. Let's start with food. Spermidine is found in the germ of seeds and the fermented byproducts of certain bacteria. The single highest dietary source in the Western world? Wheat germ. You'll also find it in aged cheeses. Think sharp cheddar, Gouda, and Parmesan. The fermentation process naturally produces high levels of polyamines, but the global champion of spermidine is natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans. It has off-the-charts spermidine content. Other good sources include shiitake mushrooms, green peas, and certain fruits like mangoes. But here is the problem with relying entirely on food. To get the therapeutic doses used in the longevity studies, you would have to eat massive amounts of wheat germ or aged cheese every single day. Which brings us to supplementation. Over the last 5 years, highly concentrated spermidine extracts have hit the market, finally allowing us to bridge the deficit. But you have to be careful here. You don't want synthetic spermidine. You want a natural, food-derived extract, usually concentrated from wheat germ. Most clinical trials showing benefits in humans use a daily supplemental dose of around 1 to 3 milligrams layered on top of a healthy diet. Most clinical trials showing benefits in humans use a daily supplemental dose of around 1 to 3 milligrams layered on top of a healthy diet. Taking spermidine alongside your evening meal might be optimal, as autophagy naturally peaks while you are in deep sleep, fasting overnight. Let's put this all together. Aging is largely the accumulation of cellular damage. Autophagy is how we clear that damage.
Your natural spermidine levels are dropping, but by incorporating polyamine-rich foods, engaging in intermittent fasting, and utilizing high-quality extract, you can override that biological decline. You can keep your cellular housekeeper working the night shift well into your later decades.
If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button so this information reaches more people. Subscribe for more deep dives into the molecules that shape our health.